welcome to ChaoticNerdtral. On this episode, we're gonna stop talking about pseudo-serious things and just tell you what video games we're playing this year, and what video games we hope to be playing this year.
Hope is the key word.
As always, I'm Sarah.
I'm Shamanfra.
I'm Shayna.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Jessica.
All right. Who wants to tell us what they're playing right now?
I think I have the least to say.
Because we already know what it is, and it's Final Fantasy.
Yeah, because I don't like play shit really much. Well, I just raid. That's all I have time for. So
I can't. I have raid night.
Yeah, I can't do anything. I have raid night 4 nights a week.
The only professional gamer among us.
It's literally only because I no longer have to commute for work. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do once I do commute. But
raiding is like having a part-time job.
It is. Like, I raid
yeah.
in Final Fantasy 14, by the way. What is like 4, 8, 12? Like 16 hours a week, probably?
100% a part-time job.
Dedication.
Yeah. So I don't sleep, because it's like right, when Luna goes to bed, and then I'm like, fuck, like raid's in 10 minutes, but yeah, so it's good. Savage, like I was telling Shayna, Daddy Thancred with his in a loincloth is the current boss we're on, and he's super hot. So I'm like,
amazing.
But do we have to kill him?
Wait, the boss is hot?
And yeah.
Ooh.
Like, I don't want to kill him. Like, usually it's, like, naked ladies. Like, the last one, when Shiva, they redid Shiva, she was, like, naked also, but she was, like, we joked that it was dragon sex, because, like, there's this part where she, like, the dragon wraps around her and all of her clothes come off, and it's, like, this whole cutscene you have to watch in the middle of battle, and we would always just chant, like, dragon sex when it was happening.
The music, though, for Shiva, though.
Amazing.
I play to that.
Yeah, good. It's always good. Music's always great. Now they're using Final Fantasy VIII music in the raids, which I love, obviously, because I love Final Fantasy VIII. Nobody else in my group does, but they're all wrong. So
This is true.
they're all fucking wrong. It's because I think guys don't like Squall, and women are usually like, Squall's the best.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Again, hottest man here.
And then when they had David Boreanaz, like, do his voice in Kingdom Hearts, I was like, okay.
Then
like, you just, like, re-upped that for me. Like,
exactly.
Really? They had...
Yeah, oh god, yeah, because I was all about him back in the day.
Angel?
And then when he did that voice, I was like, oh god, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, wait, they had Lance Bass do Sephiroth or whatever, right?
I don't know.
And that didn't age well, yes.
Oh, no.
That didn't age well. Like that.
He couldn't have had many lines, though, right?
I mean, he was, like, the hardest boss in the game.
Definitely.
So, like, he was important, it was, like, not, like, a required boss, it was, like, the ultimate, like, optional boss. So, but, like, years later, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, like, I don't care, but yeah, that's all I do. I tried Genshin Impact, just to get on the hype train, but it is boring as all hell. Like, the characters are cute, but it is really just, for me, people are gonna hate this, but it's, like, literally a cheap, like, Breath of the Wild, like, knockoff that, like, has no fun, like, no story. Like, I do appreciate that they also made hot male characters, but otherwise it's just, like, dull as shit. Like, it's like, go find this treasure chest over here, now go over here. Like, if you want to just mindlessly explore, it's probably the game for you. Also, if you want to gamble, which I never want to do, also the game for you.
Is it free to play, but microtransactions?
Yes, it's free to play, but, like, I think it has, like, the skimpiest, like, drop rate of, like, all time.
Ew.
On, like, the characters.
That would just piss me the fuck off, and I'd stop playing within 5 minutes.
So what I did is, like, I just bought, like, an account off of Etsy for, like, $30 with the 2 characters I wanted, so I never had to, like, buy anything.
That's probably the way to do it. That's why I'd rather do it. That's why I don't like free-to-play microtransaction games. So just let me pay a set price and get the full game and be done.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's why I stick with Final Fantasy XIV so long, because, like, I've played other MMOs, but when they go to free-to-play, they, like, go to trash.
All free-to-play MMOs is just one step away from death.
Like, it's just not the same for me, I guess, but...
Rest in peace, Aeon.
Yeah, like, that game was great until...
I loved it.
It was so good. That was my first big MMO I was into. But, yeah, I tried that. It didn't work out. I played Little Hope.
Little Hope?
Oh.
I don't know that one.
It's a horror game.
Oh, wait,
hold on. Like the Man of Medan or whatever.
Yeah, the Man of Medan series. It was the one after the Haunted Ship.
I didn't know they made a new one.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
give me
saw
a new
that
one.
on my list of things that I needed to watch somebody play because I will have time. Again.
Yeah. Well, and it's really cool because they have 2-player mode, and you see different perspectives at the same time.
Oh,
Like,
that's cool.
I mean, you have
It's
to have
not-
2 copies, but like, so like if I'm playing it and I'm playing one team, like you know how they get split up and like stuff is happening. So that was like a horror game. It's all again very short, like the Ghost Ship one was, like because they're doing it's like a trilogy, right? I think so. This is
I
the
can't
second
remember
one.
because it's been so long between releases.
I think it's 3 or 4.
Yeah.
The first one was
The
that
ghost
was
ship
like
one,
theater
but-
style where you like pass it around. Is that
Yeah.
that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like that too on console. But if you play it on PC, you get different perspectives at the same time.
Cool.
But like that took us like 2 days to beat, like between like
Right.
you know playing it together, like 2 sessions. But yeah, that's fun. But yeah, I don't know. I'm only looking forward to like 2 things, which Nier, you know the Nier Gestalt, like the remaster. So I don't know if you guys are familiar, but the first one, like they did Replicant here, and it's like the main character Nier was an old dude, and you were like trying to save your daughter from like the disease, but like Japan had 2 versions, and like the other one there was you were like her brother trying to save his sister, and like it had different implications for like the character development and like the story and like his interactions with the other characters. So they're re-releasing it here, like with the brother story. So I'm pretty excited.
Well, that's cool.
Ooh, that'd be neat.
I do like Nier because it's just like a lot of
It's
it's
so
just
dramatic.
a political story. You know what I mean? Kind of like talks about just humanity in general.
It's a
and
death
the
of
music,
humanity, yeah.
the music is just fucking amazing.
Depressing?
No, the music is amazing. Well, I mean, it's me, so of course,
Best
if it's
soundtrack of
depressing,
all
I
time,
like
though.
it.
Like literally, both soundtracks like won awards. Best
yeah,
soundtracks
so
of all
good.
time.
Yeah.
So if you haven't played the first one, this is your chance, and you should definitely do it. Because it's coming out, I think in March, something like
Dang.
that.
That is close.
And I'm pumped, and they like redid all the combat and everything. But it's like, I'm super hyped. Otherwise, we could probably talk about this later. Somebody else is probably also excited about Bravely Default 2.
Yeah, I have that on my list.
Yeah.
I can't say I was like as excited as other people for the first game. Like it was fun, but I definitely got bored after a while.
I tried to get into it and I couldn't.
Same.
Yes, it got extremely repetitive. I was like,
Yeah.
So I mean, 2 is definitely on my list, but I don't know if I'm as excited about
I'm
it.
excited because I think they'll like fix what they fucked up in the
I
first
hope
one. 'Cause
so.
The first one was perfect until they're like, oh, loop this shit again.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, and I hate that. That's why I hated Devil May
Yeah.
Cry 4. Let's just beat these bosses over and over and over again. So
And that's a game I need to play, is like the newest DMC, but I'm glad I waited since now they have like the Ultimate Edition shit or
is
whatever.
so good. I beat it in 2 days because I could not put it down. It is amazing. Virgil.
I was gonna say that's another one where it's all the hot men that like come into
well,
like
and I
one.
have a thing for Virgil because I have a thing for like all the bad guys, and just so good.
Wasn't Virgil a contender name for your son?
Yep.
Ooh.
And it's actually a family
remember that.
name, so
that would
So you could just have it that
You would have
way.
got away
Yeah.
with that less than Dean.
yes. Well, I said, because I was like, well, what if we have like twin boys? I can't name them Dante and Virgil, and he was like, absolutely not. He was more okay with Sam and Dean.
Rude.
Oh.
That would have
Yeah,
blended
yeah.
into society a little bit better than.
Whatever.
That's
Don't
not
blend.
important,
Normal is boring.
Oil and water,
Fuck society, bring down Wall Street.
right? Yes,
That's a theme
Stonks.
movie.
I guess I'll go next. So as far as like what I've been playing, thanks to Sarah, I now have a WoW addiction.
You're welcome.
Oh, GG.
Yeah, the retail version. I got so addicted. I got obsessed with the lore, so I bought all the books. I read all the books. I'm like super just like into the lore. I love it so much. And I'm one, unlike Sam, I love ugly characters. So and I don't
Way to call me
necessarily think that they're ugly, but my main is an orc, and I think orc women are just so hot. And she's got
The
this
aesthetic.
long ponytail when she fights. It just like
Orc women
Wraps in the
look like they can
breeze.
just
Ugh.
take you and break you over their leg.
I love it. I think it's like a Klingon thing. I love it.
Snoo,
So
snoo.
Smash
Yeah.
between the thighs.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's a toss up between orcs and trolls. But so I've been playing that a whole lot. Getting into Shadowlands, which I have a dark side, so I'm loving Shadowlands a lot. Haven't joined a Covenant yet.
What Covenant do you
haven't
think you're
gotten
gonna
that
use?
far.
Join.
You're gonna do Maldraxxus. Don't lie to yourself.
No, because Sarah was
Really?
gonna do Maldraxxus.
I'm gonna do Maldraxxus.
Because I'm going back and forth
For sure.
between that and then I can never pronounce the name of the vampire.
Revendreth.
God.
Revendreth.
Revendreth. So I'm probably going to pick that one because it's kind of more my aesthetic and style.
I was
and-
gonna pick Revendreth until I met Kevin.
Oh, God, I love Kevin. That's the only, like,
And
He
Sarah's
has
like,
a
no.
party hat.
I know.
It's the slime of the party hat. He's
I
got like a little
love
cake,
Kevin
and I'm like,
so fucking much. And you get that
His
little
Kevin.
cat that,
The undead kitty.
Yeah.
the jelly
but-
cats.
They're called jelly cats.
yeah,
That's right.
it's just,
Aw,
and I
a
love
jelly
the
cat.
style of Maldraxxus, and it's all about fighting, and I love, what's her
Draka.
face? Draka. Oh my
the
god,
warrior
she's so
queen.
badass, and I can't wait to like see the kind of like the story of like, I don't know if like you know what they're gonna do with that as far as like when you go back to it, but yeah. I'm just very excited.
I am not that far. I haven't had much time to play. So sad.
well like
Yeah.
I don't know.
You owe it to yourself to get lost.
I don't know if they're like going to have Thrall meet her or whatever. So
You would hope.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm only in the. I just made it to the Fairy Night woods.
That place is really pretty, but it's too pretty for me. And then I'm
Dude,
excited.
this sounds like exactly like Shadowbringers, though, with like the fairy realm and all that shit.
Actually,
and all the
Sam,
vampire
having
shit.
played both, it's exactly
and
like
the Dark
that.
Souls.
Ni-
See, so that's
Yep.
the running joke in Final Fantasy XIV. When that came out, they're like, "Oh, you guys mean Shadowbringers?"
That would be weird.
But I'm also very excited to see Mr. Hellscream again and see him getting tortured. I don't know. I have a kind of a thing for him too because he's bad. I have a problem. I like all the
I
bad.
can't
people.
wait. I can't wait to see this man get whipped and beaten and this torture.
But
I
yeah,
love
so
Shitty.
I know I've whatever. You can't fix me.
We wouldn't want
so
to.
I'm playing that, and then obviously Animal Crossing is my go-to. Oh, the world's shit. I need to just get myself stuck in this game
Just
and not
relax.
listen to the world.
Yeah.
I love
For
it so
sure.
much. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been playing. And then, okay, how did we say you pronounce it, Sam? Atelier? So,
It is Atelier, but I
yeah,
always
the
say
Atelier
too.
series is my favorite out of all the games. But Atelier,
I've
Ryza
only
2
heard
came out.
Atelier. Only.
Okay.
I always say Atelier too, but we were like,
Yeah, I
Googling
didn't
it
want to
and-
sound like a dumb
Atelier.
white person, which I am. So.
What is?
But just for anyone who's interested in that game, the nice thing about that game is they give fan service to boys and
I was
girls.
gonna say the
So-
tit angle.
But the boys are also
Yes.
very fine.
Thank God.
And then games that I'm excited to like have come out is obviously Resident Evil 8 Village.
What
Yeah,
is
that
with
looks
the
good.
8-foot tall, sexy vampire lady?
I'm living
so
for
many
it, though.
cosplays.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
I'm for it, but I'm also confused.
Well, here's the thing. So that's like the big selling point. Yes, it's a bonus, but that's not why I'm excited for it. So what I like about it and what I liked about Resident Evil 7 is they're going back to the survival horror. Because the past few Resident Evil games have been all about just shoot them, you know.
Well, 7 was so good, and it's
and-
the same style, so it looks
Yeah,
great.
and so like when 7 came out, it's very survival horror, and 8 is still kind of going to be like that, which I like. And so I watched people play the demo. I did not have time. Again, I am sorry. But
dare you.
the graphics are so good to the point where I was actually getting motion sickness watching them play it because that's how good the graphics are. So I'm going to probably have to take like Dramamine.
Yeah,
or
that's
So
what
I
I
can't. It's the same thing with 7. Like for 7, I could not watch somebody play it.
Yeah,
I had to
it
play
was
it
hard.
myself.
Yeah.
And like if I watched somebody else play it, I
Yeah,
was like literally
same.
about to vomit into a bucket. So I know it's gonna be the same way with 8.
The graphics are so good, and like just the sounds and everything are so good. Like you get scared. Like it's probably a game I'm going to be scared to play by myself. Like which finally, because like Resident Evil 5 and 6, I was not scared. It was all just shoot 'em up, blah blah blah.
It's like action, more
like
action
yeah, like I don't know
oriented.
what is it like modern warfare, all that like shoot 'em stuff. I don't
Like, they
play
were
those
fun, but they
games.
weren't
I know
scary.
nothing about that. Yeah,
Like,
no.
I really like that atmospheric.
Yes, and that's
like,
this is going back to
creepiness
that like
over
the
jump
demo.
scares and
Yeah, you can kind of like see like the vampire ladies in the distance, but you don't know if you saw them or not. Like they have the jump scares, which I like, and it's nice since Silent Hill kind of went. So
yeah, Silent Hill's like
technical
dead.
term.
which is
Which
so
is
sad. 'cause
sad.
That's like one of my favorite
Yeah.
horror game series.
But it's gone. They
yeah,
only make
so
slot.
that-
They make slot machines now.
Yeah, so
That's
that
it.
game is
Oh.
probably the one I'm most excited for because it's again back to the Resident Evil roots, but now it's kind of more gothic, and I love that. So I'm very
I
excited.
think
for
the
that.
only one that did the action one, like kind of okay was 4, but then they went off the deep end with it after
But see,
that.
4 I don't like because
4 was
that's
good.
where like the shoot 'em up started. That's where like the
But,
first person
yeah,
shooter shit
I
started.
think it was like a good mix, and like I think it
'cause
was
they
still
were,
good.
because they were trying to get that fan base, and then they're like, "Oh man, it sold so good, so we're
No,
gonna
but
do
then
all
they
these
went off the
games
deep
like
end
that."
after that. Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't fucking like this anymore. This is not good.
Like I liked 4, but then they went
Yeah,
nuts with the
because
action.
I played
I
5, and it was just, and they made Chris look like a refrigerator.
Oh god. Yeah. Okay, so he's like honestly,
What a comparison.
he's honestly the worst. He's like punching a rock in that one at the end, like just punching a rock to get away from like that last boss.
Yeah,
Like,
so I'll admit it, I did not play 6 because I was so let down by 5. I was just like, "Meh, this is, yeah, so.
yeah, you wouldn't have liked 6 at all.
Yeah, so I know nothing about 6. So I am very excited for Village. And that is my take
Yeah,
on
it
new
looks
video
great.
games.
I'll probably watch Let's Plays of Village. I really liked
Mhm.
7.
I'll probably I will vomit. I'll have to play it myself.
I
I will
can't.
recommend
Too big a
the
baby.
Scary Game Squad. They are my favorite for scary games because they scream and it's hilarious. So I would recommend their playthrough.
For 7, I watched Markiplier. He had a pretty good
Okay.
playthrough.
Yep.
I could listen to him all day.
He's got such
He's
a
a hoot.
soothing
I love
voice.
him.
I'm like the only person I can't do it.
Soothing voice. And he's handsome. He's a handsome
He's so
man.
handsome.
He is.
I find him obnoxious.
What? He's kind of an acquired
I don't
taste.
like him.
I love
Yeah.
Jesse Cox. I'm sorry, guys. That's just where I'm at.
He's a hoot,
Yeah.
too.
He gave me a lifetime subscription to his Twitch.
Ooh.
Alrighty, then.
I don't know why.
Oh, because you're a
It's
redhead.
fine.
That's why. He loves redheads.
I don't know how he would even know that. I was probably
Oh
just...
yeah, no, on Twitch they don't show
You just sound like a
photos.
redhead. It's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
They don't show
I was.
photos.
I
Oh,
must have
okay.
just like. I was probably watching like a D&D stream from him, like I think Star Wars.
He does a
one.
lot of D&D, yeah.
And then I just was like, why do I have this subscription? Did I accidentally
He must
subscribe?
he
No,
must
he
have
gifted
known.
it to
He
me.
must have
Maybe
have
he just does it
psychic
randomly.
redhead abilities.
Sense it.
We'll go with that though because that's more exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Right now, I wish I was playing more WoW, but what I found
Yeah.
is, since I'm so low on time and energy, I usually switch stuff on the couch at night so I can just chill. So I've been playing a little bit of Animal Crossing. I've been playing Slay the Spire. That's a indie card building dungeon crawler. I really like it.
I was looking at
Oh,
your
cool.
like game playlists, and I have that on mine now. I always
I
snoop on
love
you to
Slay
see
the
what you're
Spire.
playing.
That
Yeah.
I can play that nonstop. Grindstone I played for a little while. That's like a indie puzzler with like trying to match as many monsters as you can into rows, and you use different things. It's fun. What else have I been playing? Oh, I just played Monster Prom, which was like
Oh, I
cute.
love Monster Prom.
so much raunchier
Yay.
than I expected it to be.
So
Like,
that was didn't Jesse Cox like have a hand in making that? If I'm
I
not
think
mistaken?
I mean, that
he's
would
one of the
explain it.
voice
I think
actors
so.
for sure. So.
I think either he had a hand in it or something, but I know he is associated with it.
I know Aaron Hansen was the voice actor for the big hunky werewolf, so I was like, oh,
Yes.
you know I'm going to try to take him to prom. But it was like super like the art makes it seem like it's so cutesy, and it's like cocaine and sex and like
Okay, so then it's definitely a Jesse Cox.
holy hell. I was like,
Yeah.
I knew this was going to be like kind of like risque, but I was like, they didn't pull any punches. So that was pretty cute.
I mean, it's realistic.
Yes, right? Yeah.
yeah, you know,
Who doesn't go on a date?
werewolves,
And
you
cocaine.
know, the ghost
Werewolves
is,
doing
the ghost
coke
is
going
always
to prom.
high out of her mind. Yeah, that's very realistic.
Oh.
She has a tough life being a ghost.
No, it was cute. Fun little visual novel. As for what I'm looking forward to, super excited about the Pokemon Snap remake.
Yeah.
Looks so pretty. That'll be such a good
childhood.
chill out, happy space game. Same thing with Little Witch. That
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 looks
looks so fucking cute. I can't wait for
It
that.
does.
to
Like a
come out.
little-
Yes.
witchy Stardew Valley sort of game. Oh, it looks
Yeah.
super cute. They don't have a release date, but they think it'll be this year, so hopefully it doesn't
Mhm.
get delayed. And then Monster Hunter Rise looks good.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm very
Monster
excited
Hunter.
for that. I'm excited that
I
they're
just
gonna
downloaded the demo.
do it kind of like Monster Hunter World, where you're not like where it's like the whole world. You're not like waiting to
breaking between
yeah.
maps.
So-
Yeah. Well, like the little chunks of the map. It looks like it's gonna be a little bit more towards like what the OG ones were.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks like it'll
So
be
they
a little
might-
more accessible for me because World was it was properly hard.
It was so fun though.
I don't know. So like the other
I
ones
think that's
are
just
harder.
a Monster Hunter trait.
Yes, yeah.
So like I honestly think,
You think
this
Rise
one,
is gonna
if
be
it's
harder?
if it's going back towards like the more traditional ones, which it looks like it is for me, it might be even harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
Well-
like they're bringing back a lot of the harder
Mm-hmm.
monsters. So
Yeah, because like traditionally, like you're one shot and dead in that game. Like that's it. Like
Super
that's pretty
scoops.
much the type of.
I
game
guess I
it
just
is.
gotta stop being such a scrub.
Oh, yeah.
I just gotta get good. If I get
Yeah. No, like it's weird. You have to memorize their attack. That's like the whole.
the fact that I'll be
point
able to
of
play
it,
it
I
on the
guess.
Switch, which means I'll be able to play it on the couch while my boyfriend watches TV, means I'll be
Yeah.
playing it a lot more,
Oh,
which
no.
means I can practice a lot more. Like
Yeah.
anything where I have to
Yeah.
commit to taking over the TV or going into my office, I just don't play as much.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love how Switch has
Same
made
here.
things so accessible.
Yes.
Like PS Vita tried, but it had so many problems
Yes.
with loading and everything like that. I used to play my Atelier games on that. But yeah, PS Vita walk so Switch could run. As
yes.
far as video games, yes.
Rest in peace. Yeah, I think the last thing I played on Switch was the remaster of the OG Xenoblade Chronicles. I think that's it. I think it's the last time. I can't even remember what I played before that.
I'm usually a Nintendo person, so
Same.
I'm usually
I don't
obsessed
know.
with anything Game Boy, DS.
Oh,
Switch.
God.
They're getting
yeah.
better at like
Yeah.
getting RPG. Oh wait, Fire Emblem. That's what I played on that a lot.
I
Yes.
bought it and I still have not played Three Houses.
It's actually kind of
so
slow.
fucking good. The
It's good, but
stories
it's
are
slow.
so fucking good.
But you have to like commit like 20 hours before the
So
story gets.
I play the
That's a
game
lot.
so much, I had to stop because I was like having Fire Emblem stuff happen in like real life. Like my brain
sorry,
was
what?
like thinking like that. Like
What does that mean?
She had dreams, really
no,
vivid dreams,
like I
Jenny.
go somewhere, like your brain would be like you're in the tactics, like, oh, okay, should I go here? Like it was just weird. Like,
She was like
relatable. That's
I
not
played
She
it.
was in battle.
No, I mean, I literally played it sun up, sundown because I had to get through all the stories, and it was
So
like
your house like turned into a grid.
it was a problem.
Dialogue boxes everywhere.
You're like, should I go with the horse or should I become a wyvern?
I
Like,
just,
rider.
it was bad.
When you
So
talked
I've
to
not
Brian,
played it
did like
for a
thought
while.
bubbles with like choices like show up?
Yeah.
and-
Did you take him to tea to try to woo him?
Yeah,
like,
take him to the
constantly?
steam bath or whatever.
Oh no.
Do you know Brian's favorite tea now?
No,
Did you
it
figure
was
out?
just, yeah, so, but no, very good game. Yeah, I was obsessed. I'm always obsessed with Fire Emblem, though. It's a problem.
I loved
Dimitri.
like Awakening
Dimitri's hot.
and Birthright and everything, but like, yeah, I don't know. I fired up Three Houses and I played it for like an hour and it didn't grab me and I put it down and I never put it back up.
The only thing is you don't get kids, but the story makes up for the not having kids part.
I don't need the kids.
The kids thing is like
I need the kids.
exclusive to the last two games.
I'm a Sims person. I need the kids.
I like the romances more than the kids.
Yeah,
I guess.
I'm the same.
Alright.
It's more fun for me.
But it is exciting to see like what spawn,
Like what they look
produce.
like and
Yeah. The
You said you like
personalities.
Dimitri too, Sarah?
Yeah.
Ugh. Why is everyone?
No, I do.
Oh, I thought Sarah said that. I was like,
No,
oh
I
my
do.
God, why
I
is-
didn't-
I love him, and he gets like really like
Yeah, he gets
Hot.
like dark.
he
Dark.
gets hot.
I picked the funny guy, the treeman,
The guy with the red
deer
hair?
the deer guy.
Oh, him. What's his
I have
name
no
again?
fucking idea. I played
Deer?
for an
The
hour.
main deer guy. The main
Yeah.
the deer
Yeah,
house
deer house guy.
with the brown.
Oh, fuck. I don't remember.
What's his name? I was thinking.
God, now I
thinking of,
gotta
like, Sil-
look this up.
I was thinking of like Sylvain or whatever,
Dearman,
but
Henry
I
J.
was wrong.
Dearman.
Yes.
Henry J.
Dearman.
Dearman.
So official.
No, I went with the lions or whatever. I like the what is it, Adel, whatever, because she's a badass bitch.
Oh, the
She's
lady
right.
with the horns.
Adel.
Something.
I shouldn't be
Edelgard,
speaking of this. I have no
something.
idea what I'm talking
I'm
about.
not. I don't fucking know. the
Just so
names
everyone
anymore.
knows for future references, we never know the names of anybody.
Oh fuck no.
Claude.
No.
How do we not remember Claude? What
I
the
think
fuck?
Henry
It's a dumb
Dearman's
name.
better. So that's
I think Henry J. Dearman's also.
Yes, agree.
But see,
StartAChange.org petition.
his story is the hardest because they're like main like ranger types and like they like one shot down.
Yes. I
So
saved,
that's, like,
I
the
saved
hardest
them
route.
for
That's
last.
really gonna
yes.
inspire me to go back and pick it back up. and play it.
Difficulty is up on that story route.
It's one of those games I bought and I was so excited to play it and I didn't. Same with Octopath Traveler. that's still sitting there. I still need to play that.
I have so many games like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I will
The
say,
whole pile.
like, I don't like Dimitri, but Felix and Sylvain are really good.
Sylvain, the red-haired guy. Is that who I'm
Yes,
thinking of?
yes, and they're
I
both
don't
in
like
Blue
him.
Line. Oh, I like him.
Mm-mm. I don't like him. He's too much of like a little like needy, whiny, like I want to be a ladies' man, but he's
Yeah,
not.
but then he's got layers.
Like an onion or like a parfait?
Like an onion.
I guess
They
I
have
don't like that
layers.
front. I guess I like the cranky like type of like moody man
So
better.
do
You like Felix then.
Felix is okay. I like Dimitri better still.
Jessica, what you playing?
Not a whole lot, to be completely honest. I try to log into Animal Crossing every day, especially if I have had like a really bad day, then Animal Crossing is my go-to.
Like a salve.
If I feel like sitting down, I mean, I have been on and off between Cyberpunk 2077 and Fallout 76, both awful games.
I was gonna say, did they fix
She likes really
either
broken
of them?
games.
Bethesda
I do.
forever.
I just love it. Like, yeah, Bethesda got me hooked on the broke games.
Yeah, Jessica knows. We used to play together. But I'm one of those people where if a game pisses me off bad, I will never play it again. And that was 76 for me. I got all this really cool loot, and then we were getting killed by zombies, but it was fine because we were doing good. And then the game froze and errored and kicked me out, and I lost all my loot. And that was the last time I played, and that was, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Whoa.
For me,
That's a hard rage
like-
When
quit.
you lose Jenny, you lose
I
her
liked
forever.
it until then. I was like, fuck this.
You're like, I'm done.
when I play it, I always am like drinking heavily, and I feel like that helps out a lot
Probably.
because it's just funny when terrible things happen.
Yeah.
Well, I played that with Bob until like we were doing the nukes and stuff, and then I was like, okay, I've seen all I can see for now. That was a while ago. But
It has gotten a lot better. They have like
That's
it's
what I
not
hear.
nearly as broken.
Yeah.
I would
But-
certainly fucking hope so.
It's a bit late.
Well, it's
I know it's like been a
Yeah.
while.
It's
They need to have
Bethesda,
fixed it by
so
now.
you know, it's just.
It's how they
I mean,
roll.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine.
I still like it. I think mostly because I'm such a Fallout fan and I'm
Mhm.
just like a sucker for the lore and the world.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I just think they screwed up by not having more like obvious like story like quest driven stuff in it in the beginning.
Yeah, and
'cause I think
they
they
have-
lost a lot of people.
they added a lot of that with the Wastelanders expansion.
Yeah, I think the problem was they had so many things for them to work out. They couldn't add more things. Their base game was already so
yeah,
broken.
they're so broken. that
yeah,
they had
so fucking
I
It
broken.
just doesn't seem like it
But
was
it's
ready.
like-
Yeah.
It's too late, yeah. Like you can't like release an unfinished.
I mean,
game
and
like
that's
that.
the same thing with Cyberpunk. So
Well, yeah, Cyberpunk is also
Is Cyberpunk Bethesda? I don't know if it is.
No,
No,
that was
okay.
it's not.
CD
but-
Projekt Red.
They need to take a page from Nintendo and be like, hey bitches, we know you want this game, but fucking sorry, we want to give you a good game, so you're
Yeah.
just gonna have to
I mean,
wait.
they pushed it back so many times,
But-
but I mean, with
yeah.
COVID, it makes sense.
True.
And it's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I mean, it's still like there are lots of like weird, dumb glitches, but like for me, I think Cyberpunk stuff is so cool that I could be happy just walking around looking at all the dildo billboards
And the boobies. There's
Yeah.
so many boobies. I was
Like,
I liked that. I like a good
I
boobie
bet
in a
you
game.
did, Jenny.
I was like watching a stream of it, and like they were very excited to like look for the dildos, and they like couldn't find any, and
that's because they like took them out.
yeah, like they were so
Well,
upset. Like,
upsetting.
where are all the dicks?
Put the dildos
I saw a thing
back.
today though about the Keanu Reeves sex mod that they put in that you had to like, no, not without his consent, desist, please.
No, yeah, that's a little
Yeah.
nasty. You can't do that with a real
That was
person.
gross.
Yeah, and that's what they said. It was like, it's a real person whose likeness we used, and
Yeah,
without
so
their
that's
consent, this is not
illegal.
cool.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's kind of like with like Game
Unsavory.
Grumps and House Party when they were added into it. They were like, "No, you
Oh my
can't
God.
make us
It's so
sex
good.
people." Yes,
Coming in on that hot air balloon.
yes,
Mm.
yeah.
It was so good. I loved all their dialogue for House Party.
Oh my God.
I
It was
know.
so good.
What is
I
his
know.
name? Frank. Fuck. Now I can't remember like his go-to saying that he
How's
says.
it going, dude?
How's it going, dude? That's like stuck in my head forever.
Dan and I say that to each other all the time.
Aww.
They said they want to get his voice actor onto Guest Crumbs after COVID, and I was like, fucking
Aw.
please.
Aw.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Oh my
Get
God.
Frank in there.
Oh
Take
my
everybody's booze.
God.
Yes.
Fight 'em.
Such a weird journey of that game with them.
He's the one that gave someone a blowjob then, right?
No,
No, didn't he?
Frank?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Frank did lots of stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different things
Such
that
a
can happen.
strange game. Anyway, sorry, Jess.
Yeah. Okay. So, currently, Fallout 76, Cyberpunk 2077, Animal Crossing When I Had a Bad Day, and I am super looking forward to the new Horizon Zero Dawn, even though there's not a release date on it, which is very upsetting to me, because the first one was just, I mean, like, definitely in my top 5 games of all time. It's so beautiful.
I might be feeling like next spring for that game.
Hopefully.
They're still saying 2021, but
I have a gut feeling.
it's fine if they push it back, because I am going to buy a PS5 for that game.
Well, it should be good. I have zero faith lately, because
I feel the guy
Jaded.
that, their main designer guy for all the robots just died.
Oh.
That's sad.
So that sucks. So
Those look so cool, too.
Yeah, I cannot say a single bad thing about Horizon Zero Dawn.
game
I
was
loved
great.
it so much. The only thing that bothered me was that I had to do too much thinking and sneaking.
Oh, yeah. It was hard. It was not easy. It was good, though. That's like me with, like, what? I forgot. Shin Megami 6 or whatever. Or 5. 5. It's 5. Where, like, I've seen the same damn trailer from Nintendo for, like, 5 years. And they say it's coming out this year. And I'm like, I have yet to see a trailer.
I am right in that fucking boat.
Like, they say it's coming out this year. And I'm like, is it, though?
It's
Is it? Because I have seen nothing.
I saw trailers. I was so hyped, and
Yeah,
that was
and it's the same.
ago, I feel
they
like.
keep showing the same trailer.
Yeah.
Like every time
They
there's
don't
like
even have a
news
new
on it,
trailer?
It's like, here's the same trailer. No, it's the
that's
same
not good.
shit.
No, that's because they just keep fucking, just like Skyrim, re-releasing Persona 5. Yes,
Yeah,
we love
there's
the
a
game.
new one coming
No,
out.
fucking stop. Give us new shit.
Do not say Skyrim to me.
There is a new Persona 5 though.
I know.
that's
I'm
coming
actually like, but I don't. So I haven't really looked into it. Like, is it going to be like a game like the original Persona 5, or is it just gonna be like
I
a
don't
stupid
know.
fighting
because they already did like
the battle
like,
royale or whatever?
Yeah,
that
the
was.
fancy version
Yeah.
where they add a new character. So I'm like, can you just stop and like finish the other? I don't know, because like the Shin Megami ones are more serious and dark, which I
We'll
like
write them a
little better
letter
than
that's
Persona.
all caps, Sam.
Like fucking.
They'll get
show
it.
me a
Serious,
trailer.
we need to start making change.org
Yes.
petitions for just like any thought that crosses our
always
mind.
work. Those always work.
Yes, but it has to all be in caps. Otherwise, people won't
Okay.
get it.
And like with 80 like typos.
A lot of exclamation marks.
We're
Just to
so
show the
angry. We
anger.
can't think about grammar when we're
You
angry.
can't. You can't.
What have you been playing, Shayna?
I have also been a filthy casual player in WoW. Just running my little fire mage all over the place. I joined the Night Fae Covenant.
I know, bitch. You like got super ahead of us.
I just went really hard when we.
She's a professional. She's
I
been
have
at
a
this
side
for a
story
while.
problem.
I have been playing WoW since I was 15 years old, and I'm not gonna mention my age, but it's been a great
You're a lifer.
forever. And like, my husband plays, my brother plays, my nephews play, my freaking mom joined in,
Aw.
so
So
it's a family
cute.
affair for
So
sure.
cute.
So we all
I've
just
played with
jump
her
on
mom,
in
and
and
it's really cute.
Oh,
oh god, bless her heart.
I know.
I love my mom.
I know.
Like, it was so hard getting her into it, but once she was there, she was
Well, that's
just
what
like
it
the
is.
rest of
That's
us.
why I did not play WoW for so long, because I knew I would get so fucking obsessed. It's
Well, you and I had the Guild Wars 2
oh, God,
obsession
yes,
dive in.
yes.
We played, we
Oh my
looked
God.
at the outside, and it was
I
dark.
think-
We're like, Jenny, we gotta turn the lights
I think,
on,
did we
man.
play, was it how many hours straight? Because it was light out.
It was too many hours.
and then it was darkness. I didn't turn the lamps on. I'm like, shit, I gotta take my dog out. Like, we got...
Like,
we
I gotta
got
feed the
sucked
dogs,
in.
dude.
I have a problem. That's why I don't play a lot of MMOs, because if it's good, I get sucked in, and it's a problem.
And you know what? That's kind of what I love, because you can definitely use escapism and get all up into WoW and just lose yourself in the lore and the story and your character, and it's like, yay, the real world isn't there. It's
That's what
fine.
it is for me. Like, I need to just, like,
Same.
chill.
There's too much shit going on in the world to be present.
Well, and that being said, like Jessica, I was playing Fallout 76 for a bit. I love the Fallout games, like that open world concept, which leads me to what I'm looking forward to. If we ever fucking get it, Elder Scrolls 6.
do they even have
I want
like
it.
No.
No, okay, so here's what it was. They're projecting 2026.
Which
And
was
then-
2026?
How long has Skyrim been out? And if they release one more fucking Skyrim,
We are
They're
due for
going
like
to.
3
Murder.
VR versions
Murder.
between now and then.
Yeah, by 2026, I better jack into it like dot fucking hack. Like,
Skyrim's
what
on
the
fucking
fuck?
Switch now. Like,
Fucking
motherfuckers.
dot hack, yes.
Stop! It's a good game, but stop! Give us new shit. Like, I have broke my Skyrim game so bad with all mods because I need new.
You have the Macho Man Randy Savage dragons, don't you?
Unacceptable. That's disgusting.
Unacceptable.
No, she just has all the nudie mods on her.
I
game.
bet you do.
I've seen it.
It's not a Nord woman unless it's a big titty Nord.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Naked, running around.
But no, like, there was a tweet over the holidays, I think it was. It was like, transcribe the past to decipher the future. And it was a map, and there were lights on it, and it looks like it's going to be Hammerfell a couple of years before the events of Skyrim, so pre-Alduin the World Destroyer, World Eater. And that would be neat, I guess. But then, there's also, elsewhere, Valenwood, frickin' Somerset Isle, because they've explored those places in ESO, but there's a big old divide in the community as far as ESO versus...
And I've not played a lot of ESO.
you know what? I enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't and don't. I enjoyed it. My husband... Yeah, my husband, he plays games with me as well, and he was not super thrilled with, like, the end game content once you hit the level cap, which I get. But
it's a Guild Wars
problem.
problem. Yeah.
I think I just played
Absolutely.
the beta for ESO and it didn't catch me, but I think it's gotten a lot better since then.
It has.
I'm
Since
also
then,
an endgame person. Like, if there's not endgame content, I'm, like, done once I get to
Well,
level
and
cap.
I'm an alt person. I can make a million characters
That's
and
how
play
I
a million
am.
different ways, the same exact story, and I'm happy. But not everybody that way.
I'm not
So I
like
get
that,
it.
really. I mean, it depends on the game. Like, I've done it with a few, but it has to, like, be really good, like, exciting combat for me.
Yeah, ask Jenny. For Guild Wars 2, I had, like, a character for every class?
You have
Yeah.
to. You
And
have
max-
to.
I maxed out, like, 3 of them, and then the rest were like,
No, I'm always just like a
We'll see.
necromancer. I'm always something evil. Like, that's just me. That's how I play.
Necromancer troll
Episode
lady.
3 as to why Jenny might be a serial killer.
I'm a warlock in WoW.
Just saying.
I like evil.
Also, the new update for Stardew Valley came in, and that's been a lot of fun. So I dove into that and started exploring
The
the
question
new
is,
areas.
have you gotten an ostrich yet?
Fucking no. So I haven't even finished the damn volcano dungeon yet, and I'm like upset with myself. But there's just not enough time.
I'm waiting for it to
Yeah.
get ported to Switch, which I hope will be soon.
Yeah,
So,
It will.
it should be fun.
I love Stardew Valley. It's great, but it's the graphics, man. And I know, like, that's, like, the new thing, like, to go back to that,
Yeah.
but I will say, though, okay, so Harvest Moon fans, FYI, Story of Seasons, which is the original Harvest Moon, don't get Harvest Moon. That shit sucks. You have to get Story of Seasons now. They're coming out...
I know, they
Dang.
went super trash.
If you like it, fuck
Well,
you.
what happened is, I don't know,
Yeah.
something happened where it had to split, something, I don't know,
the
with
company's
rights, blah, blah,
divided
blah.
or something.
Oh,
But
yeah,
Story
some
of
copyright
Seasons
laws.
is the original Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon is
Okay.
not, and fuck it. So, anyways, but they're coming out with a new game. I can't remember. It's going to be, I can't remember what it's called, but I'm excited for that. But yeah, so I love Stardew Valley, but I'm still always going to be Harvest Moon at heart. They're coming out with Friends Mineral Town if they haven't already. The remake
Yeah,
for Switch.
I heard
so
that.
fucking excited because that was my favorite one.
Actually, Baldur's Gate 3 early access. Has anybody else played that?
I haven't played
Not
it.
yet,
but
not
I'm
yet.
interested in it.
So I love it though. I'm so excited for like the full version. To
I
be
loved
out.
those games
Shockingly, my
growing up.
husband, who does not play video games, loves Baldur's Gate, so he's very
Really?
excited for it. Yes.
That's
Get him this early
exciting.
access
Yes.
version. I think it's great. I think it's a
I
hoot.
used to
I've
stay up
got so
late
much
playing those.
nostalgia
Mhm.
with Baldur's
Oh, for you guys, I'm
Gate.
sure.
For sure.
Because y'all have been playing D&D for a while.
Mhm. Me and Jacob, when we started dating, there was this one day I got like hit in the face, and I should have got stitches, but I didn't. I just went home. I got a scar right on my face. But anyway,
I'm
you
glad you
badass.
showed us so that the audience could see.
Theater
right
of the
there.
mind, visualize
But,
the scar.
I just went home and Jacob came over and brought me Dairy Queen and we just played co-op and it was like
Aw.
one of the bad Baldur's Gate games. I think it was like Dark Alliance or something.
Oh, on the
Yeah.
PS2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute though.
I actually
And
liked
that's
it.
just like, oh no, so did I. I had
Yeah.
a lot of fun with those co-op
I
games.
played the shit out of that game.
Yeah. Well, I had like an ice pack strapped to my face with a belt.
Like a real adventurer. Dang it.
Such
Living
sweet
the life.
memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The co-op in that was like fantastic for that time though. Like
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Me and my
PS2.
sisters played through all of them.
I think
Yeah.
that's why Brian likes it, 'cause he could play with his friends. And he
Yeah,
likes games
super
like
cool.
that,
Well,
yeah.
and I know Sam has it too, the betrayal
mm-hmm.
at Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
What is the whole thing
Yep,
called?
I got it.
Yeah.
It's
Betrayal,
Betrayal
at
of Baldur's
Baldur's
Gate.
Gate.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I was pregnant whenever you guys were playing, and I don't know, something pregnant happened. I couldn't come, so I still need to play
Something
it.
pregnant happened.
Something pregnant happened.
I have it on a
Birth?
tabletop simulator. We can
was
play
so
it whenever you guys
cute.
want.
I have the physical game too, so I have cards and stuff, if that helps at all.
It doesn't
But
matter. Like the cards are all on the simulator. So
Dude, we should try it again. Like, I remember now. Our first attempt, Sarah flipped the
It
table.
was an accident.
Wow!
But she didn't.
I
now I know how to rewind it.
I
though.
didn't press the flip the table button. I pressed like the flick button because I didn't know what that did, and I flicked
She
the whole
lifted up
table.
the whole table.
I didn't know my own
Oh.
strength.
She
It's the best thing ever, though. Let's
She
be
was
real.
so
That was fun.
upset.
I was
She didn't
shocked.
want.
I was so-
She didn't want to be put out in the sewer or
Okay,
wherever you went,
so-
and you just flipped the whole
To the
table.
sewers with you.
That reminds me of a funny story we should tell people, Sarah, of
Oh no.
like seeing what does this
Uh-oh.
do. Speaking of WoW, do you remember that time?
yeah. Jenny and I ran Ice Crown Citadel just to try to get some achievement mounts, just the two of us.
Invincible.
Yeah. And Jenny found a potion
Wow.
in the Fleshworks region, and she was like, "Do you think I can drink it?" I'm like, "Fucking drink it! I don't give a shit." she turned into a giant monstrosity, and I started laughing at her, and then I was like, "Why am I dying?" Like just like rolls of poison coming off of her. She fucking killed me.
Oh,
And like no
that
matter
sounds
how
about right.
far she got away, I was just killing her every
It's just
fucking
like-
time.
It's a potion and a
couldn't-
push shorts,
couldn't get
kids.
her-
Hey,
Yeah.
if you play video games with me, you should know I'm just gonna do it.
It's true.
Yes.
It's true.
Yes.
I'll
I'll be
do
like,
it.
hey, what's this? I'm gonna do it.
Oh my
I'll
god.
fucking
It's
do
I was
it again.
crying.
I was laughing so hard. I was like, why are you dying? And I would be like trying to go by her. She's like, God,
Get away from me!
Why are you
Okay.
dying? No, it's you. Get the fuck away.
Oh, okay. All right. On that note, we could talk video games all day. We have to stop at some point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we'll
There's
never
so
stop,
many.
or we'll never stop. So it's true. We'll keep
Yeah.
going.
thanks
absolutely.
for sticking around and listening to us gush. I'm sure we'll have another episode like this again soon.
Yeah.
Our intro and outro is provided by the Majestic Noodle. You can find their band on Instagram at Arcade Mode MKE or on Facebook as Arcade Mode Band. You can find us on Insta, Twitter, and Facebook as ChaoticNerdtral. Follow us for updates and upcoming episodes, and hopefully we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. See you later.
Bye.